imagine this. You are in a heated argument and you think you're winning. You have evidence and people backing you up. You think it's all going well until your opponent points something out. It was something that was your fault, like a flaw in your reasoning. The point is you're losing the argument and you stumble and try to fight your way back, but nothing's working. You already lost, and it was all your fault. It was very embarrassing, and you could either live with this embarrassment or learn from it. My experience wasn't exactly a heated argument, but I can say that something sort of similar happened to me. It happened with a teacher that no one really liked, and I would do just about anything to get out of her class. I did learn something from this experience, though. I learned especially that it's important to take the blame sometimes. So, when I was a sophomore in high school, I was young, naive, and stupid, as well as most of my friends, and everyone in our grade had the same biology teacher. Her name was Miss K. Miss K her personality was an acquired taste, and by acquired taste I mean that she was just young and trying to fit in with her students, and it was her first teaching job. Her teaching style was pretty difficult to understand, though, to the point where at least half the class was averaging D's on her pop quizzes. And me and my friends all noticed this, and it was a cause for concern. We decided that enough was enough, and we wanted to do something about it. We enabled each other and talked about how much we disliked our teacher and her teaching style for being this hard on us. And soon we were talking about ways to help her improve, and we decided on going to the vice principal and reporting her to either change her teaching style or get her fired. So we passed around a petition in class and had everyone write their names to put an end to Miss K's terror, and almost the entire class was on our side. And a group was formed to assemble a document and list out our reasonings of why she was a bad teacher. At this point, we thought we were completely in the right. We judged this poor woman almost immediately, rather than trying to understand the course. We blamed her for not being good enough, and then tried to change her completely, and then reported her to her boss. And looking back, we just sound crazy. The group finished the document and then emailed it to the vice principal, and then the vice principal responded saying that she wanted to meet with us. A few days later, we were pulled out of class, and I remember feeling nervous, and it was definitely because I was doubting our actions. And we all met in our school's big meeting room with the vice principal and our dean of students, and it all felt so official. We were having a big meeting during school hours with the vice principal and dean. We were proud of ourselves, but also just very nervous. They presented our document of concerns and went through it with us, and then they went through every single student and asked their personal opinions on the matter. And most of the students just agreed with other students, saying, "Oh, the class is too hard, she's not slowing down enough for us." But a lot of them were bold, saying other mean things. And after we were done talking, it was our vice principal's turn. And she had caught on for our general dislike for Miss K as a person and not our dislike for her way of teaching. And then she literally had proof. She pulled out the document history. She went through it and read that some people had written some not very nice things or constructive things, and just decided that we were being mean and lazy teenagers. None of us even knew that you could see a document's history. That's how stupid we were. And we were all so embarrassed, and our vice principal called us out for being lazy and not wanting to take blame for anything. She asked Miss K to slow down sometimes, but overall just called us mean teenagers. It was so humiliating, and we were sent back to class, and none of us could even look at Miss K in the eye. It was my first time fighting for something, being wrong, losing, and being called out, all in one sitting. So, first, my classmates and I realized we didn't like one of our teachers. We were doing poorly in our class, and we thought it was unfair, so we reported her. Second, we met with her boss to figure everything out. We gave our argument and felt confident. Then, lastly, we were proven wrong. We were called out for being mean and selfish, and were gifted with feelings of embarrassment and shame. I did learn a lot from this, though. I learned the basics, like be patient and kind, and don't be selfish or rude. But most of all, I learned how to take blame. My grades were my fault, and my teacher was trying her best. Now I know to accept help from other people and work with them, instead of just assuming they'll do all the work for me. Now, remember that argument you had earlier? The one that you lost because of something you overlooked? It was embarrassing, feeling high high and mighty and then being shrunk down again. But it was worth it, because next time you won't overlook that detail in the same way that next time I won't jump to conclusions about a person. Thank you.